Hey everybody, and welcome to my shop. Today we are going full janitor of LA mode. I need to build lamps and I don't want to spend a single dollar. And I want to copy one of the most prestigious lamps that I know. So let's see if that, and I want to do it in a day. So let's see. And I don't want to build one lamp, I want to build 4. So we have a lot to do. Let's jump right in. What is this lamp that I'm talking about? I brought my books. Charlotte Perriand is one of my favorite designers, architects, furniture makers. She worked with a lot of very fancy people like Le Corbusier. You probably know their work. And one of my favorite things she ever designed is this lamp. It looks pretty unassuming, but it is so clever because what this does, it's a wall light. And you can tilt this shade up or down and either have it illuminate the ground or illuminate the ceiling or kind of both, which is awesome. That is just so smart. And I want to recreate those lights for the camper. I love all these sketches. Once again, shows you don't have to be able to draw fancy as long as these sketches help you remember what it is that you meant. This is probably what she's most known for, the LC1 lounge chair that she built with Le Corbusier. It was inspired by soldiers. She watched how soldiers rest and saw that they use their backpacks to elevate their feet. They lay on their backs and have their feet on the backpack. And that's why she designed this chair like that, because that's the rest position for somebody who walked a long time. Really interesting. I am a little bit conflicted about straight up copying somebody's idea. The thing is, I couldn't afford those lamps, let alone 4 of those original Perriand lights. There are knockoffs of that, but I don't want to buy the knockoff. Rather, I mix this perfect idea with my own design aesthetics and ethics, like trying not to spend any money, trying to reuse stuff that I have. And I see it less than, stealing an idea and more of mixtaping an idea, which is probably like making a mixtape for somebody. I don't know if it's legal, if it's piracy, but it is heartfelt rather than just copying CDs and selling them, or you know what I mean? Does it make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Let's go. So what we need is a light source, and then the shape of this should be pretty simple, something like that. And we had a maker meetup last week, and a friend, Carlos, he always brings me the best stuff, brought me 4 or 5 of those LED lights. I'm not the biggest fan of LED, and I can tell you why. Look at how ugly this light is. It gives me instant migraines. But maybe there's a way we can, I just want it to be warmer. It's dimmable, which is nice, but it's still too white. And I was thinking, of course there are like gels, and Sam was like, yeah, we could make it any color we want with a professional gel. We don't have that, and we're not buying anything. So let's try to paint it with our signature kind of bone color that we always use to label everything. I can't find the paint. I found spray paint. Let's just do some tests. Ooh. Well, both is definitely better than without, don't you think? You'll never see it directly. You'll only see the reflection. So we kind of have to judge this light. Yeah. I think this might be nicer, huh? Yeah.
It's hard to tell on camera because all I just see is like the bright light and not really the color necessarily.
Yeah, well look at the reflection. So this one is the painted one and this one is the original. I think it makes a major difference. Okay, so let's spray paint them all so they can dry. Again, keep in mind, this can be as messy as it needs to be, because we'll never, hopefully, really see the light. One big thing that always in my mind goes into lamp design is, what about the cable? And for the camper, we took a lot of care of already placing power supply in the wall, so we minimized the visible cables. I also put all the audio cables inside the walls because I don't want visible cables any more than necessary. So now if we think about this design, we could take the chance, and if you look at it from the side, you know, our light source is here. We could make it a little bit thicker. It's like just have a recess in the back of a big piece of walnut to hide all of that. And that would also give us the opportunity to work with all these little cutoffs that we got from salt water. The hidden stash. It's not a lot of walnut. It's mostly white oak. It's really nice. That with aluminum. Okay, let's play with that. I think we should build one prototype. I think it was a mistake to spray paint all of them, because let's figure it out with one, and once we have it, build the other three. Because I'm already unhappy about the paint job. I think Charlotte would, like, even if you don't see it, she would turn in her grave. This is not doing it justice. You know, this is good enough for a janitor, but not for one of the biggest design icons. So, take it out. Let's see if we can just use it without the housing. That might make it even easier to house it in the oak. That feels so much better. It's only the most necessary stuff. I also just looked it up. The original lamp is $1,500 per lamp.
Per lamp?
Per lamp, yeah.
Oof.
And I saw a little detail that I haven't seen before. I think, and that's interesting, the way she makes sure that the shade stays in place is with a magnet.
Oh, then these are non-ferrous.
Yeah, those will not work with magnet, but I also think we can just friction fit it, but I just never noticed it. Also, maybe that's not what it is, actually, because it doesn't have the... Oh, it only needs the magnet on the...
Top.
Up on the top, yeah. You complete all my sentences, Sam.
Sorry.
It would be so romantic. Let's cut this piece to length, cut in a groove, put this in, and see what else we have to make it look less ugly, other than the spray paint. Sides, you know, this would be covered. This is not thick enough. I have a lot of this thickness, a bunch. This might be really nice. I like the thickness, this contrast. So that can be the triangle things out of this. Then the only question is what's going to be the shade and how do we get the good color? But I think we're getting somewhere with this recess. That looks kind of cool. The aluminum on the side. Oh my god. I'm not sure if I have more of the super chunky stuff, but I have chunky stuff. Let's see what we have. That looks so nice. It's not as chunky, but chunky enough. Okay, so the other acrylic we found is actually frosted. I wasn't aware of that. So now it takes too much of the light, but we can try to peel one side off. It's just really old paper. Let's ignore the residue for now. We can cut chunks out of the middle. That's cool. I love how this looks. I'm just not 100% sure if this is enough light. Because if you imagine that's on max and we have our light source, we have our shade, and we're only getting the reflection, this might not be enough. This is great. I love the color. This just butcher paper feel. Oh, even like this looks even better. Like this looks the best. What if that is our dimmer? What if we don't do this? What if we can set it like this? Maybe there's something there. And we can just pull it out, or what? We can just... So maybe we can cut slots and have screws and just do it like this. That's our diffusion. I think that would be cool. It's way different. It's like a mechanical dimmer. It also goes from cold to warm light, kinda, right? I think what I want to do is spend 2 more hours on this, maybe even only 1 more hour, then sleep on it. But this, I love this. Maybe I'm doing something different. Yeah. Okay. What?
I have so many drills out right now.
Prototyping madness. That feels really good. Okay, let's see how it looks. It works, huh? But my favorite is just the distance. If this is on a wall, for a prototype, I am super happy. Okay, verdict. I love the materials. I love that we kind of departed, that we didn't do an exact copy of the CP1. It's a little bit like we want the same thing of the indirect light and the flexibility and like a mechanical dimmer, but we found a different approach. So that is a big success. I do think we are still in the prototyping phase. This is great.
Now what?
Now what? I'm gonna take this home, see how it looks in the camper. I might play with it a little bit more. And when you come back, Sam, I hope I'm ready to present you a final design. When I got home last night, I was happy about the lamp that we built, but I was also a little bit bummed because I was looking forward to seeing that CP1 lamp in the space. So I think both can exist, but I do want to build the original Charlotte Perriand. So let's do that real quick, then go to the camper, see how they both look in the space. I got this double light bulb holder. I got regular incandescent lights, which is the light quality that I really, really like. and the one that she used in her original lamps. So I think we do aluminum, walnut on the side, aluminum on the top. This is leftovers from the gas tank table. We could totally use that. That's enough. Okay, geometry.
Oh, Splinter Central.
No splinters! Proof. Cool. Nice. Now we just need to figure out how we do the flap thing. That looks so nice. Okay, how do we do it? Because it's gonna be thin. How do we make this happen? Found two of the same. I think those would be perfect. I think now is time to fasten these.
A fourth. I was looking at all.
Plot twist. Never let him know your next move. So far, so good. I love the way it feels. It's pretty substantial. The aluminum's great. Do we want to rivet? Might be nice, huh?
Be the fastest.
Yeah, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. It looks good from the top. Very professional. That looks very promising. Let's get it in there as is. Okay, it's gonna be fine. How long have we been building this? Probably a little over an hour. So that's great. Yeah, before we tighten it up, let's put the lights in and wire them. I'm really into this lamp. I'm almost thinking, ditch the other one. Let's make more of those. Ta-da! That looks pretty good. Oh, nice. We don't need magnets. Yeah. That feels great. The question is, do we want this aluminum? Maybe, yeah. Or we could spray paint it. Maybe we could round the edges. We could veneer it with walnut.
Yeah.
If that looks cool. We should have done this. I mean, okay, full disclosure. I liked figuring out that other lamp, but this is what I wanted. So I don't even know if we should mess with the other lamp or if it should just be those. Yoo-hoo! Let's try something different. Got a little walnut. It's walnut MDF, so I'm not super stoked about the edges. But maybe it doesn't matter that much. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, I like it.
It's nice.
I like it much, 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 much more than the aluminum. Look at this little sexy lamp. Ooh, nice. And we got so many of them now. This is great. This is great. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to go, like, I don't like this at all anymore after seeing the walnut. And I want to try the green that we like, because that's going to be a color in the camper too, the walnut and the green. So I think we should switch the aluminum for the green, make 2 greens, 2 walnuts, and see what works.
That looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Okay, 2 and 2. All right, I'm obviously very committed to this version of the lamp. I like it so much better. I'm not even taking the first version with me. The thing with the first lamp is I got totally carried away with the problem solving. I like problem solving so much that it kind of didn't let me see how much this is not the lamp that I wanted to make. I enjoyed the process, and for me, it's all about the process. But this is what I want to have in the camper. So it's not wasted time. We learned a bunch of cool things and we made a thing using only what we had. But I'm happy I came back and made what I visually really wanted for the camper. For here, we definitely want the green. Because there's so much walnut, it almost looks boring here. And then, what do you think? 1 walnut, 1 green, or both green?
Let's go both green.
Both green? Okay. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. All right, let's get one going. Okay, let's plug it in. Light switch. Okay, and technically, oh my, yes, that's amazing. I have different light bulbs in this one, just so we can test what light quality is nicer. Ooh, nice. That's cool. All right, I'm so glad we went back to the original idea and I got rid of I gotta problem solve this with the stuff that I have. Sometimes, it's always fun, but sometimes that's not the best way for me to go. I got stuck a little bit in my process. This is what I wanted, and I'm very, very, very pleased with this. It's not a surprise that this is one of the most beautiful lamps in the world. And I think it fits perfectly in one of the most beautiful campers in the world. Now, hope you like this video as much as I like Charlotte Perriand. And I'll see you next week with a new video. Boop. This video is sponsored by AG1. Listen, I'm German. If I have one thing going for me, it is impeccable gut health. I make my own sauerkraut, I bake my own sourdough bread, I'm constantly fermenting something, and if there was a gut biome Olympic, I would at least qualify, I'm sure of that. So everything is great. And then I travel, and it's airport foods, it's gas station foods, it's quick lunches in the car, and I don't want to say everything goes to shit. How do I say that? And then things change. So AG1 reached out and they're like, are you interested in testing a product because we think we can help when you travel? AG1 is a daily health drink that supports gut health and helps fill in common nutrient gaps. It has 75 plus ingredients, including 5 clinically studied probiotic strains. So instead of bringing multiple supplements, I can now just bring this. It's easy to do. 12 ounces of water, 1 scoop of this, 1. I can see all the 75 plus nutrients in there. You close it, then you shake it, not the other way around. So again, especially when I'm traveling, I think this will help me keep my nutritional routine in check and not all over the place. The B vitamins and superfoods help support consistent daily energy, and it also supports immune health and digestion while I'm on the move. So this doesn't replace food. I still love all of my fermented stuff, especially when I'm traveling to Germany all over the place. I love it. But this is supposed to help you have a nutritional routine and a daily anchor. And these travel packs make it super easy, so there shouldn't be any excuses for me not to drink something healthy every day. So if you want to give this a try, through my link, you'll get a flavor sampler and this bottle of D3 and K2 vitamins with your first subscription. That is a value of $72. If you want to give this a shot, there's a link below in the description, or you just click this QR code on screen. Thank you, AG1, for supporting my work. Hey, Smootho. Hi. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, baby. How is your gut health? Pretty good. I check it every day.